I'm sorry, but I cannot barely hear you. Would you mind speaking louder, please?
Okay, I will try.
Mm-hmm.
How about now? Is it better?
Oh, yes, that's better. So yes, good evening, and my name. I think this is our first time to meet. So my name is Sasha,
Mm-hmm.
and how about you?
Yeah, my name is Elia.
Elia. Wow, that's a unique name.
Yeah.
One in a million name, right? Okay. So anyway, this is our first class, perhaps. So
Yeah.
what do you want to talk about today, tonight?
Uh, I participate. I want to participate in the event, the
Oh,
Philippines,
sure.
yeah, versus the UK versus the US. So I chose the topic free
Mm-hmm.
restaurant for the homeless.
Oh, that's very interesting. Do you think so?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why a little bit?
Oh, there are yeah many nice people who want
Mm-hmm.
to for people. Yeah, so yeah. Why do you think it is that interesting?
Well, basically, on my part, well, thank you for throwing back the question to me. All right. So I find it interesting because I think it is heartwarming, charitable act.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, but of course, somehow these will have the pros and cons. They said, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has
Oh,
pros and cons.
oh,
All right.
I didn't think of I couldn't to think that there would be yeah cons.
Okay. So can you give me your idea? Why don't
No,
you think so? Oh.
because yeah he is helping poor people, so
Mhm.
I think there are only pros. Bec- so I couldn't think of any cons about yeah this.
Mm. Okay. So we will have a little of argumentation here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So what are your pros? Since you mentioned that there are no cons, all right? There are no
Mm-hmm.
disadvantages. So what are the advantages of this Djokovic building a free restaurants for the homeless?
Oh, I mean, there are, so for him, there is an
Mhm.
advantage that I can think of is he
Mhm.
can make a reputation he is generous. Since he made a lot of money. So he said the money is not important for him anymore. So
Mhm.
yeah, to show people his generosity would be good for his reputation.
Exactly. Exactly. Right? So basically, with all his um, richness, with all, he is a well off, right? So basically, he is sitting pretty in his situation, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Which I'm envious of. All right. So yes, and for me, the cons is that he is spoon feeding the homeless. All right.
Phone what city? Phone city?
Spoon feeding.
Spoon feeding. What's the meaning of spoon feeding?
All right. Spoon feeding means like you do things, all right, for
Uh-huh.
someone that
Yeah.
they don't need to make any effort of their own.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Basically, you're making them as dependent, all right,
Mm-hmm.
not
Mm-hmm.
independent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is my opinion about this.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right. This is my argument.
yeah, but if he is their father or friend, then yeah, it would be a problem because he is really how can I say it? I mean, he is the person who can near those people, but uh, actually he is a stranger to them. So
Mhm.
he doesn't need to make he doesn't need to make people independent. They are already the homeless, so he didn't do anything for them to be poor or independent. So it's their problem, and yeah, I think
Mhm.
it can't be a big issue.
Well, of course, we have our own argumentation on that.
Mhm.
So basically, for here, it is actually a good thing. All right, it's like
Mhm.
helping poor people. But why do you think there's? Why do you think still there are homeless people? What could be? Can you give me reasons? At least two. Why do you think there are homeless people?
Um. Yeah. First, I can think of yeah. You I mean, did you did you say that think of two reasons why they are homeless?
Mhm.
Mhm. Okay. So and then the first reason would be they are how can I say they already failed to make no I mean okay
Mhm.
they they are tired out, so they don't want to make money on their own. They
Exactly.
already failed their life, so they just want to they don't want to make any effort to to how can I say to be
To work.
to work or uh, to live like other people.
All right. Yes. To live normally,
Mhm,
or
okay.
basically, yes,
Yeah.
like to live with other, like the other people. So
Mhm.
that means they are
Mhm.
being lazy or indolent,
Yeah.
right?
Right. And they are miserable, or they are
Yes.
miserable. They are desperate. So
Exactly.
yeah. Uh, they they stepped into the most miserable part of their life. So
Mhm.
that's why they don't have any energy to recover their lives.
How about the phrase, if there's a will, there's a way?
Pardon?
Hold on, let me type.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. All right. You mentioned earlier that they're making their lives
Mm-hmm.
miserable, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about the quote or the phrase, if there's a will, there's a way? Do you
Mm-hmm.
believe in that?
Yeah, I think so. But the homeless had no will. Yeah, that's the problem.
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that is my point earlier,
Mm-hmm.
that when you try to give something to poor people, poor people, it means that you are spoon feeding them. You're not encouraging them to work for their own, to be better people or citizen, right?
Yeah, but he is not a god. He is just a normal people. And
Yes, of
he's
course.
yeah, just a normal person, so he doesn't have to consider uh the homeless uh yeah, how can I say, as his son or his friend.
Mhm.
So if he doesn't help them to serve a free meal, then
Mhm.
they might be starved. So they might be die. So
They
I
might die.
yeah they
Mhm.
okay they might die. So yeah, it's better to help them without doing nothing.
All right. How about you? If you are in Djokovic's situation,
Mm-hmm.
what charitable act would you do, or how do you share your wealth to the less fortunate people?
Ah, I don't want to live in a complex way. Just to,
Mhm.
yeah, I want to relax. So maybe I
You want to
can,
sit pretty.
yeah, I might give my money if I really want to help people.
Mhm.
I might give my money to the charity. Um,
Mm.
then I don't want to help people um, on my own. It's
Mhm.
really
You don't
hard.
want to help people hands on,
Ah, hands on. Okay, yeah, that's right.
all right?
Hmm.
It's like meaning you're doing the action,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So, yes, of course, even me, I want to relax. I don't want to stress myself up with it.
Hmm.
I just want to enjoy my money though.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why I think he is a really good person. Yeah, to
Mhm.
help people um, who are not related to him at all. Mm.
That's right. All right. So, of course, we have our own perspective, all right,
Mhm.
notion about wealth or
Mhm.
about giving charities to people, all
Mhm.
right? And how about in your country? I mean, are there a lot of homeless people?
Yeah, I used to live in Seoul, and
Mhm.
near Seoul Station, there are a lot of homeless people. And
Oh, really?
yeah, because I don't know why, but I think they, yeah, in Seoul Station, many people uh,
Mhm.
there are a lot of people near Seoul Station because
Mhm.
they many people use the train to go somewhere. So I don't know why, but as far as I know, in other
Mhm.
countries there are a lot of people near the station. I mean,
Exactly.
the station of the capital.
Capital.
Mm.
Yes.
So anyway, when I used to live in Seoul,
Mhm.
my apartment was located near Seoul Station. So it only took 10 minutes on foot.
Mm.
So
Oh, by walking.
yeah, by walking. So and and my son saw a lot of homeless people, and he was really wondered why people uh, slept on the street, not
Mhm.
in their place. So I always threatened him, if you don't study hard, then you might be one of them. So he was just, yeah.
Well, that's a good encouragement.
He was so
Right?
scared of yeah, being one, being being a person like them. So
Mhm.
when he went to kindergarten, yeah, he always saw, yeah, the homeless.
He always sees the homeless.
Mm.
I see. So I think every country has, right?
Mhm.
Maybe there are, of course, maybe some homeless people are like not destined to be rich, right?
Uh,
Even if they tried hard, I think.
Yeah, I have one question.
Sure.
I talked about the past. I mean, my son, when we were living in Seoul, my son
Mhm.
saw homeless people, and
Mhm.
so it's wrong to say
Okay.
that he always saw homeless people. So instead of it, do I have to say he saw homeless people all the time?
Mhm. Okay. always, what's the meaning of always? It means often, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he always saw, all right? If there's always, you can say he always sees, meaning every day you encounter this.
Yeah, but he does not see homeless people nowadays because we moved to another city. In that case, can I say he always sees homeless people?
Yes. When he goes to school, what's your sentence earlier? My son went to school. Whenever my son went to school,
Mm-hmm.
he always sees homeless people, meaning during the duration of that time in the past,
Mm-hmm.
he keeps on seeing them.
Mm-hmm. So even it is not the uh, past tense, but actually it means the past tense.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
During that time, you were
okay.
able to see it every time you pass by there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Were you able to picture it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can understand what you are saying, but I didn't
Mhm.
know. Yeah. Oh, even if I use always and the present tense, then it can mean the past instant. Mm,
Yes, it's always the simple present tense. When you use always, it's an adverb
mhm.
that describe all the times on all occasions.
So, I asked you, is it okay if I say he saw homeless people all the time?
He saw all homeless people.
All the time.
Okay, let me try to write that one.
Yeah.
He saw homeless.
Homeless people all the time.
Oh, okay. I was about to. All right.
Mhm.
Basically, all the time it means always.
Yeah, yeah,
All
right.
right. He saw homeless people always. All right. I think it is better to say he sees homeless people all the time. It means you encounter it every time. All right.
So,
At the present
mhm.
situation.
So if I say when he went to school, he saw homeless people all the time. So you think it is wrong grammatically?
Grammatically, it's right. All right.
Uh-huh.
When he went to school, he always sees homeless people. Or don't use always.
Yeah, I mean, he saw homeless people all the time. I mean, uh,
Oh, he saw homeless people all the time when when he went to school. I think it contradicts because in grammar, of course, you also have to deal. Usually we use past tense to past, right?
mhm.
So I think it contradicts with the adverb all the time or always.
So you think it is wrong grammatically? Hmm.
Yes,
Okay,
he
okay,
saw homeless people all the time.
okay. I see.
Let me let me try to. He always saw the people all the time. I'm hesitant about the all the time, but I think always you need to use present simple tense. I'm
Okay.
hesitant about this.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Hmm.
So, do you have any questions aside from these?
No.
He saw homeless people all the time. Well, basically, when you say he saw homeless people, this is grammatically right.
Hmm.
All right. So, adverb all the time It means in the past you were able to see homeless people in the past all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, this is grammatically right. Sorry, all the time.
Okay.
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 So moving on. Anyway, wow,
Mm-hmm.
that stresses me out. Okay. All right. So let's see. So there are a lot of homeless people in your country as well. Actually, here we have a very bad train stations or subways. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not really they don't really use that because it's an
Mm-hmm.
open and it's like somewhat like they close some gates.
Mm-hmm.
So they just open it early morning, but they live under the bridge most often for us.
Mm-hmm. In
Okay.
winter, yeah, it would
So
be really cold. Yeah, because it is outside on the bridge.
mhm. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yes. But we don't have winter.
Ah,
So
yeah, right. I
we don't
forgot that.
have winter.
Yeah, right.
So we only have two seasons, that's why. Not unless there's a typhoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So let's see. How about this one? All right. What do you think of like how about the government? What are the benefits they give to homeless? Is there a benefit that they give to homeless
Yeah,
people?
as far as I know, our government provides um, a free meal, yeah, to homeless people. So there are several, um, how can I say, there are several places
Mhm.
uh, that serve a free meal to homeless people in Seoul, but I haven't seen any place in my city yet.
Mm. Actually, for us, they're giving them like for there's an agency who could help the homeless. However, sometimes the homeless are really hard-headed. They don't want to. They don't want any help, or
Mm,
yes, from the government. They think that they can own. They want freedom of their own. They don't. They just want to be lazy and sleep all everywhere.
mhm.
So that's the mistake they had. So they chose to be indolent, they chose to be lazy, and they chose to be homeless. All right. So, do you know this Djokovic? Do you know him?
No. Oh, today, yeah, I got to know him. Yeah.
Yes, he's one of the tennis players,
Yeah.
and yes, he's really good.
Yeah, I was really surprised that he was born in 1987. So it means he's now 32 and he is younger than me. But he already, yeah, he already made a lot of money. So I'm really jealous of him.
Yes, who wouldn't, of course,
Yeah.
right? Of course. This one is like, well, he is blessed, and I think, as he mentioned, money is not a problem for him. So
Yeah.
basically, he's really well off, right?
Mm.
And initially, of course, he opened a restaurant um, because of his family, right? I
Mm.
think they are foodie, right? They
Yeah.
are foodies.
Mm.
So this,
Mm,
mhm,
he opened several restaurants, and
yes.
anyway, the restaurant he provides free meal to homeless people is not for his family.
Mhm. Yes, of course. And as I've seen before, it's like he branched out his restaurant to different cities, and even in France, in Monte Carlo, one of the most like expensive cities, I think. Like, I wonder how much is he getting from playing tennis. So let's see. I'm just curious about this. He's an athlete, right? He plays tennis.
Hmm.
So, do you think athlete is a career?
Yeah, sure.
Why do you think so?
As why is
Why do you
athlete a
why
career?
yes, why being an athlete a career?
He ha oh, if he's just a athlete, he doesn't win any competition, then I can say, uh, yeah, athlete can be a career, but because yeah, and he doesn't make any money, but since he won several competitions and he made a lot of money, so yeah, he can it can be his career. What can be his career then?
Mhm. All right. So let's see. So basically, all right,
Hmm.
for this all right. Do you have oh sorry, I'm lost. Do you have any questions about this?
No,
About the article? Your
no,
own opinion,
no,
perhaps? Do you have any questions?
no.
Okay. So for these questions that you have, all right,
Hmm.
I with this grammatically um, grammar for this
Hmm.
grammar, I
Hmm.
will be checking it and I will try to defend it on my feedback later. All right, because I'm
Okay,
really nervous right now because it's my first day today. I'm sorry. All right, but
okay,
I argue that you need to use present simple tense. All right,
okay,
for always and all the time. All right.
okay,
I will try to enlighten you later on my feedback. All
okay,
right.
okay.
So, do you have any questions about this article?
No, I said no before.
I'm really nervous right now. Okay. So
Okay,
anyway, I hope I helped you with it and try to use. I will be sending some of the idioms or the words that we have used during our class. All right. I
okay,
hope you were able to quote that earlier.
okay,
Okay. And I think since we don't have much enough time, all right. So thank you so much again, Alia, and I hope to see you again.
okay. Bye,
Sorry about that. Have a good night. Bye bye.
bye.